My name is Ray Heyman. I was away for Splashy Fen over the Easter weekend and laptops were stolen. Here we go, you can see it, 1846. There's my vehicle leaving. I will talk generally during the course of this video. It is 20 minutes long. If you'd like to skip ahead to the actual theft, you can skip ahead. I think it's about 4 minutes or something. It happens between 23:56 and 12:04 on this evening, the 18th, Thursday. Alright, so we've left now off to Splashy Fen, having a great day. Left my house under the care of Gary Nell. He lives with me. He's a house share, an absolute gentleman, but just doesn't seem to keep the same genre of friends, I would say. Maybe he doesn't carry the same caliber of friends that I have. Anyway, there we go. He arrives home at 4 o'clock. This is great, because he knows he's got to feed the dogs. We've got 4 dogs there. He knows the system and everything. But because he's such a fag and a poofter, he hasn't closed the gates. That's why I've sped this up, just to prove that this O has got no brains between his arse and his elbow. Alright, the gates close at 20 past. At 26 past, right now, he exits through the electric gates because he's got the remote. Fair enough. Yippee doodah. So I'm hoping that in those last 15 minutes he fed the dogs. I'm presuming. Now he's probably off down the corner to the anchorage or whatever, but he's looking around. I don't know if he's checking the gates or what his story is, but off he plunders. Alright, that's great. Now Gary knows that Kelvin is banned from my house because we kicked him out when they originally moved in. Now at 1852, I've cut out all the things that don't have access. Kelvin runs straight up to the pedestrian gate to expect it to get in. It was locked. Gary's got the remote, opens the electric gates, and they both enter the premises. This is at 8:30, okay? You will notice that the time frame is sped up and cut and everything to show the time of no activity. 20:29, here they go. There's Kelvin in front of him, and they go back down to the anchorage, I presume. Okay, I don't know. But 21:10, there they go, they come back. So they were out for 40 minutes. I don't know if they went to score or if they went to the local pub. Now they're back into my premises. Okay. So this is all pucker. Well, except for the Antichrist being in my house, which he's not allowed to be there. Okay. 22:14. We're now at 9:10. At 10:15, which it should skip to, there we go, Kelvin decides to go out. Now, why and whence, I don't know. It's 10:15, you might want to go for a pint or something. But then at 23:55, he arrives running down from the top of the road into the pedestrian gate. Alright, now this is the theft. Okay, so there I cut to camera 12 just to show. He skips down. This is from 10:15. I know Gary normally goes to sleep early. He's probably out like a light or goofed or whatever, but he's probably non-consumender. Maybe he's awake and he's a part of this. That I cannot state. I do not know. Here comes Poofter Boy, Kelvin. He stands outside now from 4:26 to about 4:56. He stands outside for literally about 30 seconds looking up and down the road. Okay, this is 12:05 on Thursday evening, Friday morning. He will go back in. You can see him, he's just behind the 2019 on the camera. There he goes back in. and he will come out with a laptop bag. And the kids and my mother and everyone said, "Oh, is that really a laptop bag?" You know, I said, "Come on, it is." And they said they can't see it. So I went back to the company across the road and cut it to camera 12. And I slowed it down, and you can see him now exiting the premises with a laptop bag. The strap is actually dangling around his ankles. Why he is running is beyond me, because he's a thick drug addict, white, stupid person that plays with dirty winkies. 2 o'clock in the morning, he arrives home via a car. Okay, 2:07 in the morning. I sped it up because he actually comes out shortly. We're going to have a visitor that comes up the road. This is now, you got to know. There's an African gentleman. He's come up the road and he's totally unnoticeable. But you'll see that he scans at the top of the road. I don't know if he's looking for an address or if he can't find the place. But uncannily enough, he ends up at my gate. Now, this is 2:19, alright? And then 2 minutes later, Kelvin disappears. My concern is, we definitely have visual footage of him removing the laptops. A lot of gefufferij through the rest of the evening. As you can see, here's that gentleman at my gate, doing from what I have no idea. Maybe calling, shouting, something. Because he clearly got Kelvin's attention. Because this leaves now. And this is the 2:20. And I've sped it up now without any lies so that we can all see the true timeline to 2:22. That's exactly 2 minutes later and Kelvin leaves. Alright. He arrives back at 2:26. That's 4 minutes. Now I don't know what 4 minutes you have to do. Okay. 3:37 he exits again. Okay, this is now 3 in the morning. He exits again at the pedestrian gate. I'll speed it up, and at 3:54, if my memory serves me well, he comes back in. I have scanned 85 hours of this footage to get this all right. He comes from the top. So he's gone, what was he walking around the block for fitness exercises? I don't know. So he comes down from the top at 5:04. Alright. 4:23, he comes out again. I don't know if there's someone in the road that he's paying or giving money to, or putting something in his pocket and chatting back to. I cannot say. As CSI would say, the evidence is inconclusive. But anyway, he came out of 4:24 into the middle of the road and went the fuck back in. So I mean, come on. You got to be a bit fucking dodge. Okay. 8:41 the next morning, Gary goes off, forgets something, comes back and leaves a couple of minutes later. The theft has been done, as you are witness. But my reason for doing this is to establish a pure timeline from his entrance into my premises at 16:52 on the 18th until his exit at 15:05 on the 20th. So this is Friday, the public holiday now. So Gary's obviously not working, and it's all pucker. There's absolutely no movement during the course of the evening. The next movement we have, well, besides Gary popping in and out, let me just look at my paperwork again. 18th, 19th, 13:37. Gary goes out, comes back with food. That's 8:55. Gary leaves, forgets something, then returns, leaves again, 8:44. 9:20, he appears to chat to someone at the gate, which I think comes up now. He tries to chat to security or something. It's 8:55. $9:20. Oh, there we go. He's obviously chatting to the security guard from across the road. And then he chats later, and it looks like it's a bit dodgy. The security has handed something. No train smash there. Gary then nips out at about 1 o'clock. But the bottom line is, my house was under Gary's control, under Gary's care, for 3 days while I was at Underberg at Splashy Fern. He knows that Kelvin has been banned. He has stolen before. He is a drug addict. He's a freeloader. He's a rent boy. He's crap. When we arrived back on Sunday evening, and Ethan asked me where his laptops were, I said to Gary, did you have any guests this weekend? He said yes, Evan came around on Saturday night. Number one, there was no Evan, and I've got the footage. No one came around on Saturday night, okay. Number two, his rent boy came. Number three, not only did he theft, he thefted from my children. And that's what fucking hurts me. Even rent boy knew that room, and he knew it was my kid's room. I'm fucking wuss, sorry. Now he's chatting to the security guard. He gets paid off or he gets given something, I don't know. Anyway, Gary goes, 3:37, he comes back a couple of minutes later. I said on my paperwork it says perhaps with food, because he goes down, he makes sure the gates are, you know what I mean. After we kicked Kelvin out in January, Gary's been living there for 4 months. Okay, rent's always fucking late, but we don't have a qualm. Michelle likes him, my mother likes him, the kids don't mind him. But bringing the Antichrist devil cunt fuck into my premises when he has been blatantly banned while I am away and stealing my lattie's laptops kinda gets my back up. So someone's gonna go down for this, and it looks like Gary at the moment, because he was under care and he has got full access to the house via remote control. And here we go again, 14:45. What does my paperwork say? He buggers around and opens and closes the gates a few times. Okay, and that's that. So obviously the gates didn't close properly because sometimes they don't match exactly, so it's not matching. He doesn't know how to hold the one gate or push the other gate, because he's a fucking stupid bloody hairdresser without a brain. If he had a brain, he wouldn't be fucking the stupid bloody rent boy. It's his dirty winky. If it wasn't for his dirty winky, he wouldn't be in this position. Yet he posts on Facebook when days are dark. Well, you made the day dark. You made it dark for everyone. Sorry, this is supposed to be the PG and police version, because there's an 18 SVL version which will be released on YouTube shortly. about my real feelings at hate. I'm trying to be as polite as possible on this one. So, and it's painful because we're only 15 minutes through, and it's a 20-minute fucking video. Anyway, nothing happens from there until Gary goes to work on Saturday the morning. I don't know why it's staggering so much, or why we're still on 3 o'clock on the 19th. We should have switched over to 2 minutes to 7 on the 20th, because there's no other activity, which is weird. I don't know how big that hangover is. There we go, 6:50. I don't know how that, but nothing fucking happened in that house from that time until 7 in the morning. There goes girly boy, and off she goes to work. 2 minutes to 7, she'll make talking heads in time. Yippee doo dog, because Saturday is a working day, and off she goes. Then she arrives back. Obviously it was a crap day. I mean, it's Easter weekend, everyone's fucking away. So he arrives back at lunchtime. It's somewhere about 12ish. What's my faithful work? 12:31. There we go. 12:31. He arrives back in an Uber or with a friend. Just not of my concern. My concern here is to prove that the only two people that had access to my premises from Thursday 16:52 to Saturday 15:05 was Gary and fucking Kelvin. So he enters via the remote control. Yippee doo dah. Alright. He goes in, has his little humdinger. 10 minutes later, at 12:44, it's sped up for you just for user friendliness. 12:44, him and Kelvin leave down, obviously off to the Anchorage to gamble or drink or whatever, okay, or score. That's presuming. I cannot put my cock on a block about anything like that. But there's Rent Boy and there's Pufta. And the gates are closed. Well done, Gary. You fucking close the gates, you prick fuck. Sorry. $14.26. Okay. I don't know what that little. What's the cabby doing there? Oh. Hoppers. Oh, that's the end of it. Yeah, 6:25, they arrive in a car. Gary goes in for a while. I have no idea what happens there. He goes in for a minimum of a minute, 2 minutes. Then Kelvin gets out of the back. Then he goes in. Then Gary comes back out and talks to the car, whether it's an Uber or a friend. And then the car goes. And then Kelvin leaves. So this is basically my exit of that little prick getting out of my fucking home. Oh, geez, I've got to stop swearing. My kids are going to hear this. But anyway, just work with me here. Gates are still open. Now 2:27. Yeah, Kelvin's now gone in. Obviously to move Gary or help him with his, maybe he's on the toilet and he's got a bit of a what's solid mites, what do they call them, a bit of not diarrhea, what's the opposite of diarrhea, constipation. Maybe he's got some constipation and Kelvin needs to help him or something. Or maybe they having some drugs, maybe, I don't know. I cannot state what this is, but I can surmise and I can presume, because if you know the caliber of these humans, you will know what is possible with them. And I'm quite disappointed that a person like Gary would actually go and screw my children. And he knows that Rent Boy is banned. I left at 9:15 on Thursday. By 9:45 in the evening, that fucking Rent Boy was in my house. And by 12 o'clock, my kids' laptops were stolen. That's just not on, mate. I don't know. I see a problem there. I don't see anything where people go, oh, yippee-diddle, that's great, you know. Oh, shit. He did a good move, you know. I can't see that. I just see my home was left under Gary's care for 4 days. On the first day, I have video footage of his Rent Boy stealing my children's laptops. Well, what else can I say? It's pretty much it. Little fag fuck. I don't know why the bloody ticker's timing here in full time, but anyway. That's the bottom line. I'm not even going to talk anymore. Thanks for listening and putting up with this, but there's got to be some kind of recourse. Can't get away with it. There comes Gary chatting to the fucking car. The car. Goes back in. What? The gates close automatically. The gates close. Oh no, he comes out again. Oh, God's truth. Either paying or ordering or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's an Uber or a friend or something. But there the gates close. The gates close now. Now this takes his good sweet ass time to leave. So I don't know if he's counting money or what he's doing, but why would you take 20 seconds to get into first gear and drive away? This is now 30 seconds. Now, I don't know. Oh, there we go. 40 seconds later, he decides to casually pull off. Oh, sorry. During a sip of a beer. And there we go. Kelvin leaves at 15:05 with the same bag that he arrived in on his back. That he arrived with on at 18:52 on Thursday. Thank you.